Our mini tour of San Francisco film locations begins on a beautiful day in Huntington Park at the top of Nob Hill. This is the Fountain of the Tortoises in the center of the park. The park and the exclusive Pacific Union Club share a square block on the hilltop. Grace Cathedral is across from the park on Taylor Street. The cathedral has appeared in many films, from Dark Passage, DOA, and Bullitt, right up to the 2008 film Milk. We're looking up at the Sky Bar at the top of the Mark Hopkins Hotel on the corner of Mason and California. These are the rear gates of the Pacific Union Club on Sacramento Street. The Flood Mansion was Silver Baron James Flood's San Francisco townhome. The club was the model for the men's club in Vertigo, where Scotty Ferguson and Gavin Elster met to talk about the case. The club is quite exclusive. Its 700 super-rich members reportedly do not include any women, Democrats, or reporters. This building and the Fairmont Hotel were the only two buildings on Nob Hill to survive the 1906 earthquake and fire. At the corner of Mason and Sacramento is the Brocklebank, with its panoramic bay and city views. This was the building in Vertigo where Madeline and Gavin Elster lived. The Brocklebank also made a cameo in Bullitt and The Lady from Shanghai. Across Sacramento Street from the Brocklebank is the elegant Fairmont Hotel. The Fairmont is across Mason from the Pacific Union Club and has been seen in many films, including I Remember Mama, Midnight Lace, Petulia, Bullitt, Towering Inferno, Dirty Harry, and Magnum Force. We're looking down on the Powell Street cable car from a roof garden at the Fairmont. San Francisco cable cars have appeared in many films, Yours, Mine, and Ours for one, and Bullitt, and many, many more. This is the entrance to the Mark Hopkins Hotel, just across California Street from the Fairmont. The top of the Mark Hopkins used to be the highest point in San Francisco. The hotel was featured in the Clint Eastwood film Sudden Impact and has had cameos in Bullitt, the 1958 film The Lineup, and others. Several blocks northeast of Nob Hill, toward the bottom of Russian Hill, is 900 Lombard. This apartment building appeared in Vertigo. It was where Scotty Ferguson lived and where he brought Madeline Elster after she jumped into the bay. Later, Madeline and Scotty met at the entryway and went wandering together. Today, the building looks much as it did when the film was made in 1958. 900 is just down the hill from the section of Lombard famous for being the crookedest street in the world. Lombard Street itself played a part in the conversation in What's Up, Doc? The 900 building has views of Coit Tower, and the tower is seen several times in Vertigo. We're now a few blocks from 900 Lombard at Washington Square in North Beach. The church bells you hear in the background are the bells of Saints Peter and Paul Church, which was featured in the Clint Eastwood films Dirty Harry and The Deadpool. The church was also used in DeMille's The Ten Commandments in 1923. Washington Square itself is shown in Dirty Harry and is just west of Coit Tower. The tower also appeared in Pal Joey and The Enforcer. Still in North Beach, but closer to downtown, is this section of Kearny Street that was featured in the Woody Allen film Play It Again, Sam. Allen was shown coming up these steps toward his apartment. We're now looking up the steps and, to the left, down Fresno Street, more an alleyway than street, at 15 to 17 Fresno, is the apartment where Woody Allen's character, Alan Felix, lived. The Kearny Street Hill can also be seen in Basic Instinct, and Fresno Street was also featured in the Goldie Hawn film Foul Play. Across town to the west is Pacific Heights. This mid-century building at 1800 Pacific Avenue was the apartment complex in Days of Wine and Roses where Joe and Kristen Clay lived. The Clays were played by Jack Lemmon and Lee Remick. In the film, the couple had an apartment high in the building and to the rear, facing the bay. Their living room windows had a sweeping view of the Golden Gate Bridge. The exterior of the building and its lobby were shown in the film. That's our mini tour of San Francisco for today. We hope you enjoyed it.